The end has come. The Battle of Ys is at hand. The light within. What a deviously ironic twist of fate. The one who has the light of heaven inside him has been rejected by the goddess whose chosen one he was considered to be. The very thought of an angel created in laboratory is the worst kind of blasphemy. Heart of the Fallen Land? Yes. Queen Golfrey has decided to end the war in one fell swoop. Upon gathering all her troops, she led them straight into the heart of the wound, to the locus of the abyssal forces. A risky move, but desperate times call for desperate measures. The queen has bet everything on this advance, and now the commander must match her stake. What has become of the queen? Is she slaughtering demon hordes at this minute, or has she long since become their feast? To find out what Her Majesty's reckless assault has wrought, the commander will have to go after her. The capital of fallen Sarkoris, the city of Ys. And that's it. Perfect. The main city of ancient Sarkoris, Ys. The place where the clan's chiefs used to gather. Located near rich ore mines, Ys was famous for its artisan blacksmiths. Nowadays, the city balances on the edge of a cliff overhanging the rift, seemingly unable to decide whether to stay on Golarion or to collapse into the abyss.
I'm gone.
Is the erstwhile heart of Sarkoris, until it was cleaved in twain. A dead city turned death trap. One who enters may never leave.
Lilu seems lost in thought. Her words addressed to no one in particular. She's no longer hiding the gaping wound above her own heart.
Lady Arilu, the World Wound, your grand experiment is about to come to an end. And although I find myself drawn into the fight against it, on behalf of the entire scientific community of Golarion, I salute you for your sheer audacity.
I am interested in neither praise nor reproach, not from you or from Golarion as a whole. Everything I've done for a single, deeply personal purpose. Keep your adulation to yourself. I won't comment on it further.
The city and all of Sarkoris are dead because of what you did. What do you feel when you look at your handiwork?
Regret poisons the will and the mind. I've long since forgotten what regret feels like.
That's not true. Every living person feels regret. The only people who don't have any regrets are people who have died on the inside. But you're not one of them. Your soul is still alive. I can feel your regret. You regret something very, very much.
Maybe she regrets creating us. Maybe we are a mistake, according to her. I have a lot of questions for you.
I wish I could answer them now, but I cannot. Your time is running out. Anamora is about to turn the Temple of Stone manuscripts to dust. If she does not, the one now approaching from the abyss will. Soon this city may be gone altogether, along with all that it contains.
One of us has to die for the other to live and the world wound close. Is that why you are here, to sacrifice me?
No. You cannot grasp the full picture. Your understanding of the situation is flawed. You see...
Cut yourself off mid-sentence.
I am here to give you a warning. Listen closely. Dascari knows of your arrival. This entire city is a trap he's set for you. The reckless queen was lured here, and I imagine she is rushing headlong toward her own destruction as we speak. Many of your allies are here, and their camp is about to be attacked. The very same camp at which the reckless queen left your banner. The Sword of Valor. The city is also home to the Temple of Stone manuscripts, one of the few surviving arcane libraries in Sarkoris. Some of my research is held there on Discari's orders, and the Locust Lord's minions are laying waste to it at this very moment.
Advice from a traitor and an enemy. I wonder what your agenda is here.
Turn back and you'll lose everything. But if you charge forward, you'll be heading into an ambush. He will let you pass deeper into the city, and then all will descend into chaos. Iz has rotted away. It is steeped in abyssal emanations. Once Discari breaks through, the consequences will be horrific. Choose, then, what is more valuable to you, and what you wish to save in time. Your allies and the banner, the Queen, or knowledge itself. Knowledge. It's time. I know this won't be our last meeting, so I will not bid you farewell.
By the way, I researched a tiny little bit about this map, and apparently it is possible to save all three. If we saved Hulrun, he will protect the banner for a while. And as far as I know, Hulrun is still alive. And if we gave the Lexicon of Paradox to the Queen, she will survive a fight with longer. Meaning we can first go to the temple, second to the Queen, and then third to the banner. It should work out. I'm not quite sure, so I'm going to make a save and then decide. I mean, if it doesn't work out, we're going to load and change stuff. Okay, Temple of Stone Manuscript, Queen Golfrey, Sword of Valor. Okay.
Careful now.
Hulrun! Yes, so he will protect the banner. Perfect. Commander, is that you? Hulrun looks at you with a mixture of suspicion and hope. He whispers a prayer that makes his eyes flash with golden light for a moment, and looks you over again from head to toe. Not some evil sorcery, not an illusion, not a trick. It really is you. But how is this possible? It's been half a year since you've perished in the abyss. I was ever so glad to be out of the abyss and back on my home plane, but now that I'm confronted with this mustachioed misery, I find myself wishing I were back in Elushinira. My journey back from the abyss took longer than I had anticipated, but I have returned. And praise Iomid if you have. I'll be straight with you, things have really gone downhill without you, and this whole expedition, I wouldn't dare question Her Majesty's orders, but these rotten ruins just scream trap to me. Where are you headed? Our scouts have located a demon lair nearby, a whole unit. Her Majesty has sent us to deliver a preemptive strike. We kill them now before they get the chance to hit us from the rear. Where's Queen Golfrey? There is meant to be a library around here somewhere. The demons have repurposed it for their own needs and hoard their unholy books in there. Her Majesty set out for the library, but for what purpose? It's not my place to know. Oh, you gave Golfrey half of the Lexicon of Paradox that contained valuable information about Ailo's activities in the rifts. Okay. I've faith in Her Majesty's victory, and yet you should make haste to join her. It's sure to be a grim battle, and she could use the reinforcements. Unfortunately, I was ordered to clear a demon lair nearby, but you're not bound by order. You could help her. Where's the Sword of Valor? Right where a banner should be, flying over our camp. So you are here, the Queen is out on raid, and the banner is back in the camp unguarded. Has the story of Dresden's downfall taught you nothing? Ulrun fixes Regil with a baleful glare. I don't believe I asked for a lesson in strategy from you, demon worshipper. You will get your lessons from the enemy, and very soon, but I fear you will not learn from them this time. Ulrun camp. You're strong, Inquisitor. The swarm will know. Enemy forces are approaching. They'll commence the attack at any minute. What? He starts an alarm and looks around for any unseen enemies, his face steeled. Thank you for the warning. You heard all that? We're heading back to the camp now. Perfect. So, that's perfect. Sword of Valor. So we're going for Sword of Valor last. After Ulrun talk. So we're going for the temple first.
Oh, quiet now. But how will they know I've arrived?
I sense something.
But how will they know I've arrived?
I'm always ready.
I must part with everything demonic in me. Desna, please allow me to keep my lovely, irresistibly beautiful wings.
This war must end. You're a good person. I like you. Trust in yourself.
You require my counsel. Wise.
Damn. Almost.
I will prove my worth.
This will be quick.
I finished here. Is there more? Something is not right here.
Well, hello there.
We do it my way. Follow if you dare.
Quiet. But how will they know I've arrived?
I want to go to the temple. You see them from a distance, the gleaming blades and armor shining bright against the ravaged ruins, their clipped strides betraying both pride and tension.
We stand ready, Your Majesty.
Good. Because of the information gathered from the Lexicon of Paradox, we now know that Iz holds a priceless treasure, our enemy's knowledge. We must seize it. Close ranks and be on your guard. There is no telling what awaits us inside the Temple of Manuscripts.
Wait, she's going with us into the temple? Golfy goes to manuscripts. Wait, what? We can get Golfrey and the temple both? Now I'm a bit... Oh, okay. Wait! Golfrey turns toward your voice, one after another. Emotions pass over her clear, stern features. Astonishment, disbelief, guilt, and hope.
There is much we need to discuss, Commander, but it will have to wait. We are preparing for an attack. I hope you will join us in battle.
Her voice sounds almost cheerful, yet a furrow appears between her brows.
Why, hello, my dear cousin. We have returned from the abyss. Will you clasp me to your breast as reunited kinsmen should?
Golfrey coldly stares Duran down and slowly, begrudgingly gives him a nod of acknowledgement. I've succeeded in my mission. Easy will be no different. Devour Golfrey? What the no? I am the light. Miss Angel quest. My queen, allow me to report. Set objective. Complete Go-Free Fate. Start Etude Go-Free Dead. What? No. Ion Path. Rule of Mendev. Blinded by your pride, you sought to what? Justice shall be used. What? Your actions are a violation of human nature. No. No. Complete Etude Go-Free Romance. No. No, we're not going to do that. Go-Free Romance. Okay. I'm not sure. Where are you headed? What do we need? I need to research this. Goal-free romance. Is there a specific option that we have to choose if we want to romance her? Act 5. Okay. Don't let the queen die in ease. That's it? On the cusp of the abyss, into the abyss, endgame. Okay. As a turn, Palan blah. Opening up to okay. Goldfish farewell letter must do. We did Battle of Ease. Okay, perfect. During the chat with the Queen, the commander has an option to ask about the real reasons behind the expedition into the abyss and the unfair way Golfrey went about it. The paladin then confirms the words of various NPCs. Okay. Okay. So that's okay. Where are you headed?
Before us is the Temple of Stone Manuscripts. I learned about it from the Lexicon of Paradox you brought. It is where the demons keep their knowledge, including Aurilu Vorlesh's secrets. This knowledge could prove invaluable to our cause. We must take it.
Okay, let's see where's the different blueprint item, lexicon half. Okay, easy quest, complete a Goal-Free Fate. I'm the light mythic angel C5 quest. We also get that. Start Etude. Goal-Free Dead. What the heck? Summon pool units. Give objective. So if we do this here, we will get lexicon half. Okay, I emerged victorious in the abyss, and ease will be no different. The demon's reign will soon crumble.
Your spirit is astounding, Commander.
The shadow of guilt that had previously crossed Golfrey's face now becomes more conspicuous. I have many questions for you.
I understand. I promise I shall be sincere as soon as we have vanquished the foe before us. I have been waiting to have this conversation for so long.
We should go.
And now, onward!
But how will they know I've arrived?
Trivial task. I'm off.
But how will they know I've arrived?
There you are, my lord's worst enemy and his most loyal servant. The elf's skin is black as coal and her hair is white like snow. Her body is covered in ulcers and abscesses. Locusts are swarming in the folds of her cloth and above her head. Her voice is calm, serene. I am Anemora, one of the high priestesses of Tiscari. I have been waiting for the day I would see you with my own eyes. We have much to discuss. The air reeks of acid eating through stone and scrolls. You see shards of stone tablets and crystals thrown about. Just like Aurilu said, Anemora is destroying the archives to prevent you from getting to them. Fortunately, it looks like she's just started and has not had time to damage the library too badly. What a striking specimen of the Dark Elf race. The ulcers on her body are serving as a habitat for parasitic insects. Girl, I'm going to need a drop of fluid from your wounds and some samples of your hair. And ideally a nasopharyngeal swab. Okay, we're not going to do that. So apparently there is something relatively important. I'm still trying to do the secret ending. So first we're going to do the normal ending, and then I'm going to load a save game. I'm going to modify the save game as far as I have to, if I can, but we have to do a couple choices. So right now I have a guide. Step 15 of the secret ending is immediately go to the ruins to the right in ease, facing where the boss has set himself up. It's the passage way down. There you will encounter Animora. Make sure she is dead once you fight. To the left of the room is a crystal key. Pick it up. In the same basement and to the right of where you came down, there is a hidden passageway behind a perception check. The unlocked chest contains a glass key. Take it. Okay, there's another midnight bolt in one of the ruined houses if needed. Blah. Okay. My flesh belongs to the great Discari. I won't let you take a single hair. Rather, I will take your flesh, all of it, down to the very last bloody scrap, and feed it to the swarm. I met your acolytes, the elves from Kiernin who ended up in your cult. Ah, those sweet fools. It was so amusing to deceive them and slowly deprave them, setting them on the path of the swarm. When they realized how far they'd gone, it was too late. All those fierce champions of justice, vigilantes, paragons, all were now nothing but frightened orphans and common criminals, and none had the nerve to refuse when they pledged their fealty to me. None, except for that blasted Kailessa. I do not serve Discari. A naive mistake. All serve our Lord, without exception. Sooner or later, everyone is destined to become food for a swarm. Baddies really do... Wait, the dragon is talking? Baddies really do have a way with words sometimes. Wait, the dragon can talk? Damn. But you and me just can't just be like, what if we just chomp our way through the swarm ourselves, huh? Because one, we are not baddies, and two, there is no way we are eating a yucky thing like that. So we're not going to say it, even if we don't mean it. What are you doing here? I've been waiting here to reveal to you the truth about our Lord. The one whose designs you've been fulfilling from the start without realizing it. If only you knew, demon worshipper, how many times I've heard that phrase over these 100 years of the Crusades. This is the demon's favorite lie, I take it. Or is it that Discari simply cannot be bothered to come up with a new one? Arelo Volesh warned me you'd try to destroy these archives. What do you have to say to that? Arelo Volesh, that traitor. Hatred deceives into Animora's silky voice. Why hasn't the Lord deprived her of her rank yet? Think that she's still the second highest figure within the clergy, right after the Echo, and I am only the third. But let us not dwell on this. Having regained her equanimity, she speaks smoothly and steadily once more. You are asking why I would need to destroy the Temple of Stone Manuscripts? I'll answer you. Because its time has come. The very last memories of Sarkoris must be erased. Undone. Today this place serves as a feast for the swarm. What is there to talk about? Our Lord's wisdom and his generosity, the fate that awaits this world, and your part in this sacrament. Wisdom? He only knows how to destroy and devour. Do not confuse our Lord with his servants. The swarm destroys and devours to make the consumed one with the swarm. Locusts are foolish, be it insects or those who submitted to our Lord. They do not need intelligence, for they are guided by the higher mind of Lord Discari. The entire history of the Crusades is a testament to his unrivaled genius. The first wave of the invasion was feeble, chaotic, disorganized. It convinced mortals of the demon's weakness. The knights were celebrating their victory, as the minions of our Lord were scattering across the world, laying their eggs in the mind of mortals, forming cult cells, preparing for the upcoming war. Then the second wave began. It was strong, but not strong enough to stir the whole world. 70 years of impasse, with the front line unmoving. Fighters from all over Golarion rushed here, eager to become food for the swarm, servants for the cult, tools for our Lord. And finally you, Arelo Volesh's creation at the heart of the crusade. It is Discari's greatest weapon that will bring him triumph. Generosity? Discari brings nothing but pain and death. A simple mind may see it that way, yes. Our Lord is stern, yet he is gracious. He grants mortals a boon they do not understand. His generosity is beyond any naive deliberation on good and evil. And do you know why Discari stands above other demon lords? Unlike most of them, he never was mortal. He is not of our pathetic world. Discari is a child of the gods, an undying spirit of eternity, and he wishes to give that eternity to us. What is this fate that awaits the world? We poor mortals suffer in our pitiful world. Discari will free us from its misery. It is true, all mortals in this world are poor orphans. They all suffer, but how can Discari free anyone from their misery? He only brings more. Hush, child, I'll explain it all to you. If you realize this world's imperfection, then you've already made the first step toward accepting the salvation that the great Discari gives. A single locust is born, devours, dies, then becomes devoured itself. The swarm is eternal. That which becomes its food joins the never-ending cycle of purgation, and with every birth and death it grows closer to the immortal blessedness of its maker. That is Discari's great gift. Death, suffering, all that we call evil will cease to be once the entire world is turned into an eternal, insatiable swarm. And what do you suppose is my part in all of this? And Discari has many servants, and not all of them realize whom they serve. Some possess no mind at all, others are capable of thought, but cannot comprehend their mission. This whole war, its every detail, everything is a part of a shrewd plan. You're bringing the last of the Crusader army, and to where? To a slaughter. The last battle approaches, a grand slaughter in which you and your soldiers will feed the swarm. The Crusaders and the World Wound will become one. What say you now, having learned the truth about our Lord? Will you kneel before his glory, or will you keep squirming despite knowing that your every action expedites his victory? Golfrey lets out a pointed chuckle, but doesn't interject. Her eyes are focused on Animora, and a smile of contempt plays on her lips. Long-winded filth is still filth. What? You convinced me, hail the great Discari in the heck? Attacks us surreptitiously while she's absorbed in her preaching. All non-hidden party units switch unit from spawner. Faction to mob, start combat. Player character as unit what? Well, the guide says, there you will encounter Animora. Make sure she is dead once you fight. How am I supposed to make what? Make sure she's dead once you fight. That's odd. Long-winded filth is still filth. Okay. Preposterous. You're more foolish than a locust. An insect at least relies on our Lord's will. It never tries to think for itself and thus does not make witless mistakes. All things will fall under thousands of bites. Okay, so we need to make sure she dies. We can do that. Okay, she is definitely dead. Okay, so Temple Animora dead. Temple first.
But how will they know I've arrived?
The ancient writings are almost erased. It is no longer possible to read them. The holy aura around them makes it clear that they are praising the gods of Sakoris. Key crystal. This is without a doubt one of the crystals Aurelio used to record her experiments. A single word is written on it. Key. Key resembles crystals used by Aurelio Vorlish in a laboratory. Strange to see such an item in Iz, far away from the magical device which it likely belongs. So we need to return there.
I do what I must.
But how will they know I've arrived?
Oh, there's something here.
But how will they know I've arrived?
A trivial task.
Glass key. This key was kept in ease among the crystals containing Ida Walsh's notes, but what does it open? Okay, in the basement to the right of where you came down, there's a hidden passageway. Okay, the locked chest contains a glass key. Okay, we have both. Perfect. Okay. So we have the keys now. I'm going to overwrite that save. Golfrey leans on her sword firmly. There is a pensive look in her eyes as the rush of combat dies away. I need the truth, my queen. The way you sent me into the abyss raises some questions.
I've been expecting this. This is no time or place for confessions. On the other hand, any fight on the streets of this cursed city could be the last for either one of us. It is better that I open my heart now than later regret not saying what I should have. I have seen many more years than any human is supposed to. I have lived through one lifetime, then another. And all this time, I have been more of a symbol than a living person. 2 words, duty and destiny, fused with my blood, serving as my spine and bones. I forgot how to think outside these notions. You awakened the first human emotions I had felt in a long time, and those emotions were fear and jealousy. Yes, fear of the unknown and jealousy of one who robbed me of my status as the living symbol of the Crusades. I admit it. I do. And I ask for your forgiveness. I sent you into the abyss because I could not fully understand what you were and what to do with you. I hoped that you truly were our salvation, and I was painfully frightened of that being true. That is all I can say.
Complete etude. Golfrey romance. Of course that would complete that romance. Active being, I mean, it would come to bear. This would immediately end the approaching romance. Apology accepted.
I am glad. I was worried you wouldn't find it in yourself to understand and forgive me. Thank you.
He looks into your eyes searchingly, then quietly lets out a breath and offers an awkward smile. A few wrinkles on her face smooth out at once. I read the letter you left me for me and Dresden.
It was written in a moment of weakness. I was mourning my friend whom I had treated unfairly. I never even thought you'd find that letter.
Oh, Golfrey's cheeks redden. The storyteller witnessed your letters past and told me what you were feeling while writing it.
Enough! This is no time to be having such a conversation. We can talk. Afterward. Later. At some point.
Oh. The girl is coming through. Golfrey blushes even more. Ayumide herself came to tell me that I am not her chosen one, that I have no right to call myself a messenger of heaven.
I am not surprised. From the beginning, I have had my doubts about you being Iomede's chosen. Perhaps that was my jealousy talking. Or perhaps my intuition. Either way, I was uncertain. But know this. Your supposed status did not stop me from sending you into the abyss. However, neither will its absence make me turn away from you now. I trust you, Commander. You personally, not Heaven's chosen.
Light fills your vision. The sounds of the room fade into silence, and your surroundings disappear. You see a temple in Dresden. This is where the goddess descended from the stained glass window to speak with you. This place, it calls to you. How did the crusade fare in my absence?
Not badly enough to be called a disaster, and not well enough to offer hope. It is as if everything simply shuddered to a halt. So I decided to try to move the sleeping avalanche by bringing my forces here.
Why have you come to Iz, and what is it you're trying to accomplish here?
This was a desperate push. A desperate attempt to try to change something in this everlasting war. I would not say it was completely aimless. My arcane specialists have long since theorized that fully resolving the matter of the wound would only be possible in its very heart. But we had never come close enough to eyes or threshold to study them thoroughly. That is why I am here.
A mad old queen on her last crusade.
It was a brilliant decision that allowed me to gather invaluable data. You should have seen the samples I collected in this city. Naturally, there were some casualties, but what can you do? No progress without sacrifice.
Imprudence bordering on criminality.
I had no doubt that I would hear that from you, Hell Knight.
Yes, I am predictable, to the same degree that you are not. And in this case, it is not a compliment.
Attitude Golfrey old. Interesting. Crusade for all eternity. Does that mean we could take away her immortality as an ion? Interesting. The actions are a violation of human nature. Well, of course, I have to go.
Here is where we must part. I shall catch my breath and begin gathering my people. All that's left of my army.
Oh, quiet now. But how will they know I've arrived?
Interesting. It's time to act! That was easy! Ha! A trivial task! Oh, we do it my way.
But how will they know I've arrived?
The heck? I'm not... Uh-oh.
Of reaping comes!
I'm not prepared to fight a Scary. Accept the Scari's challenge. Yeah, before a commander sets off for the final battle, it may be worth completing all remaining missions on Is. There might not be time for them later, of course. We're going for the Sword of Valor next.
Is that a trap? It might be a trap.
How will they know I've arrived?
Follow if you dare.
What manner of secret
Oh, yes, what?
But how will they know I've arrived?
A trivial task. I'm off.
Oh, quiet now. But how will they know I've arrived?
Close ranks.
Wait, is that bad? Not bad. Terrendilab.
That was easy. There's something here. Ha! A trivial task.
So they resurrected Terrendilab. That's a pity. So this is not the way we need to go to get to the Heart of Valor. Okay, we're going to return. Smoke rises above the Crusader camp. The ground is strewn with the bodies of knights and hulking masses of monsters. Ah, Commander, it is good you warned us. See, we've defended the banner. We did not disgrace the Crusades. We paid a high price for this victory. Camp Defender's victory. I've seen Camp Victory often. Glory to the Crusade. The Crusaders echo your cheer in unison. The foul winds of the wastes pulls at the sword of valor. Your banner, the symbol of your triumphs and your might, is back in your hands. You can feel your strength returning. You now know for certain no one will ever take your banner from you again.
A trivial task. That was easy.
I've arrived.
I'm gone.
Oh, I've arrived.
We do it my way.
But how will they know I've arrived?
Careful now.
Ha! A trivial task. A trivial task.
The struggles never cease. I'm glad I was useful to you.
Battle formation. I am your end!
That was easy.
I sense something.
They know I've arrived.
Follow if you dare.
But how will they know I've arrived?
Well,
But how will they know I've arrived?
I'm off. trivial task.
Oh, quiet now.
Right there, something.
You can't.
Oh, we're 45 minutes in. Yeah, we're going to end the episode. And Ease Part 2 will follow.